Now, if you love Optimal Work Daily, a great podcast to pair it with is the Hustle Daily Show, part of the HubSpot podcast network and the audio destination for business builders. The Hustle Daily Show provides your daily dose of business, tech, news, and original stories to keep you in the loop on what's trending in business so you can use this information to help your own company succeed. The Hustle Daily Show's team of writers break down the biggest business headlines in 10 minutes or less, just like we do here, and explain why you should care about them. They'll also do deep dives on topics like a man who won the lottery 14 times and why it's nearly impossible to buy an original Bob Ross painting. I checked out a few episodes of the Hustle Daily Show, and to me, it felt like one of the most fun and streamlined ways possible to get the information you need to stay up to date on current business trends. So be sure to search for the Hustle Daily Show wherever you get your podcasts.
Hold music. You want to avoid it, and so do your customers. So say goodbye to hold music and hello to faster, smarter support with Salesforce. Make service more personal and agents more productive using built-in trusted AI. Then watch costs and wait times drop and satisfaction soar. Support customers in a whole new way with Service GPT. Learn how at salesforce.com/servicegpt.
This is Optimal Work Daily, episode 1150. Who cares? Relationships do matter in business, by Aubrey Daniels of aubreydaniels.com. And I'm Dan. I am your host and narrator here with you every single day reading from these great blogs on work and entrepreneurship, work-life balance, and all sorts of related topics. So today we've actually got a new author, someone who's never been featured here on this show before. So I'll tell you more about Aubrey right after the post, but for now, let's get right to it and start optimizing your life. Who cares? Relationships do matter in business, by Aubrey Daniels of aubreydaniels.com. As a young officer in the Army, I was told many times, don't fraternize with the enlisted men. The reason given is that familiarity breeds contempt, which might have a negative impact on decision-making. Of course, that is not true, as all married people would hold their spouses and children in contempt. This goes with a rather popular notion that you can't be friends with people that report to you. That is nonsense also. My colleague Judy Agnew and I gave a presentation last month at the annual meeting of the American Society of Safety Engineers, ASSE, titled The Critical Role of Relationships and Trust in Safety Cultures. In over 40 years of giving presentations to business audiences, this audience gave us the best response ever. In some part, it was probably due to Judy's presence, as she is considered a leader in safety circles. However, we have made joint presentations before where we did not get such a rousing response. So that leads me to think it was what we had to say. Simply stated, what we talked about was the fact that relationships matter, not only in safety, but in every part of a business and in every other part of one's life. People who have good relationships are happier and more satisfied with their lives than those who don't, and these benefits don't stop when you leave for the workplace. There are still companies that, through policies, procedures, and architecture, create a separation between management and other employees, as the Army did. When you have to make tough decisions that involve correcting, disciplining, and unpleasant assignments, the argument goes that friendships get in the way. Organizations where this way of managing still exists will not compete well in the future marketplace against organizations where leadership understands that relationships matter if they are to create a workplace that brings out the best in people. Unfortunately, there are many managers who think they have good relationships when they don't. I have never met an entrepreneur who didn't think that all employees love them. They are often quite surprised when a survey says they don't, as they see themselves as positive, caring people. Our clients will tell us that they pay well, have good benefits, and praise and reward frequently. What more does it take? The first piece of advice is that positive reinforcement is not a transaction. It is not do this, get that, or telling someone that he or she is doing a good job. Patting someone on the back while telling him or her that he or she is doing a good job assumes that the person receiving such praise cares about what the supervisor or manager thinks. As a woman recently told me, quote, "We had a young supervisor who went to a management meeting and when he returned, gathered us all around and said, They told me in that meeting that if we don't improve our quality, they're going to fire me. She responded, "We don't care if they fire you." End quote. This goes to show that if a person thinks you are a jerk, that you talk negatively about her behind her back and positively to her face, etc., you can bet that the comment is more likely a punisher than a positive reinforcer. In order for praise to be a positive reinforcer, you must first have a positive relationship with the person. You must know that the person actually cares what you think and knows that you are invested in their success. If not, no words or tangible items, including money, will have the effect on behavior that you desire. First, invest some time in getting to know another's wants, desires, and dreams. Know their short-term and long-term goals. Know their values, and know and figure out what you might be able to do to help the other person accomplish them. It is unfortunate that there are too many employees who think their managers are more interested in what the employees can do to help the managers reach his or her goals than the other way around. The manager whose best reinforcers come from rejoicing in the success of the people who work for or with them is on the track to not only create a successful workplace, but to having a solid friendship. You just listened to the post titled, "Who Cares? Relationships Do Matter in Business," by Aubrey Daniels of AubreyDaniels.com. Labor strikes, climate change, your beat-up office printer. What do they all have in common? Come on, it's all about the money. Economics is everywhere and everything, fueling our lives even where we least expect it. If you're a fan of Optimal Work Daily and are curious to learn something new and exciting about economics every week, I recommend you listen to the Planet Money podcast from NPR. Planet Money is a different kind of world where the complex economy actually makes sense. Listeners can learn, laugh, and be entertained. And I find it to be really educational too. Money can be confusing, and Planet Money is great at providing straightforward explanations for how money is really moving in ways we're usually kept in the dark about. The Planet Money team lives to tell a good story in around 30 minutes. It's econ for the rest of us. So tune into Planet Money every week for entertaining stories and insights about how money shapes our world. Stories that can't be found anywhere else. Listen now to Planet Money from NPR, wherever you get your podcasts. Your business is buried in manual work, taking forever to close the books. If this is you, consider 3 numbers: 37,000, 25, 1. 37,000. That's the number of businesses which have upgraded to NetSuite by Oracle. 25. NetSuite turns 25 this year. That's 25 years of helping businesses do more with less, close their books in days, not weeks, and drive down costs. 1, because your business is one of a kind, so you get a customized solution for all of your KPIs in one efficient system with one source of truth. Manage risk, get reliable forecasts, and improve margins. NetSuite is giving you the power of having all your information in one place, helping you to make better, more driven decisions as a business owner. Everything you need to grow, all in one place. And you really can't put a price on the power and efficiency that comes with having all of your processes streamlined like this. This is truly an unprecedented offer. Right now, download NetSuite's popular KPI checklist, designed to give you consistently excellent performance, absolutely free at netsuite.com/startup. That's netsuite.com/startup to get your own KPI checklist. netsuite.com/startup. And thank you to Aubrey Daniels and his team. Aubrey is a thought leader and internationally recognized expert on management, leadership, safety, and workplace issues, and is considered an authority on human behavior in the workplace. As founder and chairman of the board of directors of his consulting firm, Aubrey Daniels International, he and his staff help organizations employ the timeless principles of behavioral science to re-energize the workplace, optimize performance, and achieve lasting results. Aubrey actively blogs about performance systems, workplace safety, and management issues, and is frequently interviewed for major media outlets as well. In addition to being a highly sought-after keynote speaker, Aubrey is the author of 6 best-selling books widely recognized as international management classics. His books have been translated into multiple languages and have been licensed around the world. So come by AubreyDaniels.com to learn a whole lot more. And thanks again to Aubrey Daniels and the team for letting us share his work today for the very first time here on OWD. But that should do it for today. Hope you are having a great one out there, and I'll be back here, of course, reading to you tomorrow. And that is where your optimal life awaits.